So we already know that Chapter 26 is most likely a licensed night and that a Stranger Things Part 2 chapter is likely on its way to DVD. In today's video, we're going to talk about and speculate what other big licenses could be on their way into Dead by Daylight based on evidence-based speculations. A lot has been happening in the horror industry, causing a lot of theories to come out of the community. Keep in mind that these are just speculations and nothing is confirmed by Behavior Interactive. Hey everyone, it's Schmuckles. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I also stream on Twitch. The link for that is in the description below. So it's rumored that Chapter 25 will go live on August 30th, 3 weeks after the PTB. It was also leaked that Shiva and Carlos are coming in as legendary skins for that Resident Evil chapter. It's also been leaked that Chapter 26 is a licensed night. Something really interesting that I noticed is that DBD Leaks follows For Honor on Twitter. I kind of suspect that this was from the time that the For Honor collaboration happened last year. I'm not really sure when DBD Leaks started following them exactly, or if this is an indicator that For Honor is coming in as that licensed chapter. But it's interesting because DBD Leaks doesn't follow Bruce Campbell, and Bruce Campbell is in Dead by Daylight. DBD Leaks also doesn't follow Matthew Lillard, and Matthew Lillard played Shaggy in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. DBD Leaks also doesn't follow Warner Bros. Pictures either, so it just caused me to think that possibly it's a For Honor licensed night and DBD Leaks knows this. I'm just showing you my observations, take all that with a grain of salt. There was also some weird Black Veil Leaks thing that happened on Twitter. This Black Veil Leaks account was created this month. This Twitter posted two pictures. One looks like it could be a picture of a night and the other is audio of what sounds like it could be a night. So I think this Twitter is trying to claim that it's leaking the chapter. A lot of people wanted me to talk about this and give my thoughts on this. I mean, we know that last year an account called Black Veil Leaks leaked the artist. So leaks can come about this way, although I think it's most likely that this is like a troll or someone just posting just to get attention. This is what the picture looked like when it was enhanced, and you can kind of see that it looks like it could be a night, or at least someone trolling pretending that it is the Dead by Daylight night. And this is what that audio sounded like. And like I said, people were asking me to give my thoughts on this. I'm not really sure what to make of this. I don't really consider this to be like a confirmed leak or anything like that though. Since Chapter 25 came out, we can now debunk some of the leaks that we were receiving. Jeff Johansson was certainly a troll. So all of Jeff's leaks are totally fake and we're done using Jeff as a source. Since there were no AI bots that came in with Chapter 25, Mike was likely trolling as well. It's kind of strange because Mike told me about the return of Stranger Things in the new chapter before that was public information. Like, did Mike troll me and then totally guess about the Stranger Things return and actually happen to get it right? I'm not really sure. Kelvin also seemed to vouch for a lot of Mike's leaks too. I'm still not 100% sure about Kelvin. I still have upcoming chapter leaks from all of them, but I'm not even going to say anything because I don't really trust them. Some of these leakers kind of claim that they work in departments of Behavior that don't have access to the updated chapter concepts. It's kind of a backdoor way for them to always justify being wrong. They also said that Behavior is planting fake leaks behind the scenes internally to try and find out who the leakers are. Nonetheless, since the Chapter 25 leaks didn't turn out to be true, we're kind of done using them as a source. Some of these leakers are mad at me for debunking their fake leaks, so I suspect that they're spreading misinformation about me. I'm kind of suspecting like fake screenshots and things like that. Just know that I only post theories and speculations that I actually think might be true at the time, so you can always count on me to talk about valid rumors and speculations. Apparently DBD Leaks isn't going to be able to leak upcoming cosmetics and tome characters. This DBD Leaks moderator said, damn, due to a few changes Behavior has made, DBD Leaks will no longer be able to tell upcoming characters getting outfits / tome characters. End of an era. They also posted this tweet showing the last time DBD Leaks would ever be able to do that. Interestingly, after this DBD Leaks mod posted this and after I finished recording this video, DBD Leaks released Chapter 25 cosmetic leaks. I think these came from a new source, meaning the old way DBD Leaks was able to access the cosmetics isn't possible, but new avenues may be possible in the future. Does anyone know what that skin on Legion could be? I honestly forget if there's a fan-made Legion skin coming. Or if not, I guess this could be some sort of licensed skin on Legion. If it is a licensed skin, I think that any slasher kind of killer could work for this. I think the most likely possibility for the next big license in Dead by Daylight is a Stranger Things Part 2 chapter. In following up with our Stranger Things debate video, I tried to see if Behavior would have needed to go through Netflix to bring in those Stranger Things perk icons with the mid-chapter 24.5. And I'm not sure. I actually wanted to bring this up in this video to see if anyone can help me understand this. Here's what the DBD credits look like before and after that update. As you can see, the Stranger Things license status didn't seem to change at all. I'm not sure if that confirms that Netflix wasn't contacted for those perk icons. Neither has that official copyright C. Like, there's a copyright C in parentheses, but I'm not sure if that's the same thing or not. Neither case says all rights reserved either. If anyone has any information on this or has a background in licensing and law, I'd love to know in the comments if this indicates that Netflix wasn't contacted. I would have thought that the license status in the credits would have changed if Netflix had to be contacted to bring those perks into the game. It seems like the Stranger Things leaks are most likely real, but I'm still not sure. Rapid Main on Twitter said that the fact there's a demo dash instead of the shred, the leak could be fake. This room in the leaked map video appears to be based off of this area from Stranger Things Season 4, and we can tell because of Eleven's room. The area where the basement is put is kind of where Eleven banished Vecna into the Upside Down. Kind of makes sense for the basement to be in this area because on Hawkins National Laboratory, one of the variants also had the basement entrance in the most iconic part of the map. Like, this basement is located right next to the lab entrance into the Upside Down. People tried to troll me and get me to post a video about this Stranger Things leaked map when everybody thought it was confirmed fake, but then DBD Leaks confirmed that it was real. Apparently this leak came from a troll account from a person from the Leaks DBD server. They received the leaks of the map and then thought it's fake, so they made an account to troll. But then the same person provided them with the RE leaks and other Stranger Things info, so it's legit now. And this is why everyone believes that the Stranger Things leaks are real, because the person who provided the Albert Wesker leaks also vouched for the Stranger Things leaks. And this kind of leads us to question if Behavior was secretly trying to tease the return of Stranger Things right here. I mean, it's definitely from the Blight's Tome cutscene, but people are wondering if Behavior went with the rabbit as a motif to also tease Vecna as a killer, because Vecna experimented on rabbits as a kid. Interestingly, if these kinds of teasers are possible, I wonder if we'd ever get a Diablo skin for the Blight, because after Behavior posted this posture check tweet, the official Diablo Twitter responded with a picture of one of their characters. Everyone's also talking about the Phantasm license in DBD because the creator said this. On March 22nd, 2022, they said, "The most common question I get about the Phantasm is when will there be a video game? What better time than now? To all my friends in the video game industry, DMs are open. To all the fans, reply to this thread and tag who would do it justice." I mean, it seems like it'd be easy for Behavior Interactive to reach out and license this property into Dead by Daylight if they want to. This kind of reminds me of when Capcom said they were looking for license holders and collaborations shortly before the Resident Evil chapter came into Dead by Daylight. So I bet some people would argue this is exactly what a future collaboration looks like shortly before it happens. On June 25th, 2022, the creator of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, Scott Cawthon, said on Dako's stream, "Lots of big stuff happening this year." This got a lot of people excited for new content in that franchise. Scott is likely referencing the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, which is being produced by Blumhouse. Last we talked about Blumhouse and FNAF, there were some NFT controversies that were going around on Twitter. But Jason Blum debunked those rumors by saying that Blumhouse isn't involved with NFTs. We keep seeing tweets from Jason Blum about the progress on this movie. These are FNAF animatronics that they're working on behind the scenes. On August 17, 2022, Jason Blum tweeted out about Insidious 5 and told everyone to give FNAF a rest for 2 seconds. The FNAF movie has been highly anticipated for a long time, so I feel Scott was likely referencing this when he told Dako that there are big plans for this year. But some people are still hopeful that Scott was talking about a Five Nights at Freddy's Dead by Daylight chapter for chapter 27. The Sadako Rising chapter was the 3rd chapter released in year 6, which is on schedule of what chapter 27 would be for year 7, meaning that the Sadako Rising chapter and chapter 27 will be released around the same time frame, about a year apart. Behavior announced the Sadako chapter early right before Christmas. This was probably so the chapter wouldn't get leaked during the Christmas break. Anyways, if Scott is saying that there are big plans this year in 2022, is it possible that Behavior and Scott will announce a FNAF chapter before Christmas break again, just like they did with the Sadako chapter? That'd be kind of strange because that would be 3 licenses in year 7, assuming that night is licensed. I guess they did do that last year. The fact that Scott commented this on Dako's stream is keeping the FNAF and DBD theories alive, because 2022 definitely wasn't the year for collaborations from this franchise, and people are hoping that this year is different. Something else I wanted to talk about, and make sure you take this with a grain of salt. In mid-July this year, someone who's from Montreal told me that the night is being rescheduled for another killer since all the leaks came out about this night chapter. I have no idea if this is true or not, but they told me that they were having some drinks with a developer from Behavior, and even gave me the name of the developer. I'm not going to say the name of the dev, but I checked the DBD credits and verified that this person actually does work in the department that they said that they work at in Behavior. Obviously, all of this could have been totally made up or incorrect somehow. So take all that with a grain of salt. I find it hard to believe that they'd have an easy time rescheduling it, especially if that chapter is licensed. So I still think it's most likely that a licensed night is coming in because DBD Leaks is very reliable. Could Jason Voorhees be the next big license in DBD? Well, CJ Graham, the actor who portrayed Jason Voorhees in Friday the 13th Part 6, posted the weirdest Instagram post I've ever seen on April 2nd this year. It showed himself wearing a trapper mask, and people even noticed this in the comments. Like, this is definitely a trapper skin, but he did link the website plasticmonkeyfilms.com. And this is a website for an independent film company. So he could be referencing a film or some sort of new media collaboration, which is probably what's most likely. But I just find it strange because he's definitely wearing a trapper mask in this picture. I messaged Plastic Monkey Films and CJ to see if this was hinting at a DBD collaboration. I didn't receive a response. Arturo Garcia on Twitter tagged me in an article from August 8th that showed that the producer Roy Lee hinted that the Friday the 13th franchise might be receiving some big news soon. Long story short, nothing can really happen in that franchise until the two parties agree to work together. But perhaps they have, as producer Roy Lee has provided us with an interesting tease this week. Roy Lee tells the Boo Crew in an exclusive chat, "That is something I would like to talk about. You may be hearing something by year's end on that front." And he's talking about the Friday the 13th franchise here. It kind of reminds me of the time that Corey Feldman had some inside news that the lawsuit was resolved. Nobody really believed him at the time. It seems like it's possible that things between Victor Miller and Sean Cunningham may have been privately resolved behind the scenes. and people are speculating that a new Friday the 13th project is in the works, meaning that the franchise and the licensing rights are close to being unfrozen. If the licensing rights are unfrozen, Behavior Interactive will likely try and jump over this opportunity and license Jason into DBD. So I think Jason and DBD speculations will start very soon. I also wondered if Alien or Predator could be the next big license in DBD. Predator just had that new movie Prey released, and on August 11th it was announced that 20th Century Studios licensed a skin into the game Predator Hunting Grounds. Not really sure if this hurts or helps Predator's chances of coming into DBD. It's nice to see that the license holders are active in the video game space. Let me know your take on this in the comments below. The Alien franchise has been extremely busy too. This summer on July 14th, the official Alien Twitter announced a new Alien game through the developer Survivos, and Lewis McLean, an ex-DBD developer, is now over at Survivos working on that game. Do you think that this gives Behavior another way to connect with the Alien license holders? Polyester doesn't really seem to think so, but they probably could use the community director on DBD, Eric Pope, to try and get some of the 20th Century Studio properties into DBD, because he's still very much connected with John T. Drake. He's interacted with him a lot recently on Twitter. Speaking of Eric Pope, I was looking at the posts that he's liked, and he liked this post from the community manager on the Resident Evil games. It just got me wondering if he's more likely to interact or like the posts connected to the people that Behavior are working with behind the scenes. Recently, he liked this post from Gary Whitta as well, and Gary Whitta is one of the writers on the Walking Dead video game featuring Clementine and Lee. So it made me wonder if a Walking Dead DBD collaboration could be happening behind the scenes. The Walking Dead video game characters could be a really cool Survivor paragraph. Also, the company that the ex-developer Lewis McLean is now working with, Survivos, worked with AMC on the Walking Dead video game too. So there are avenues connecting Behavior to that franchise. I also saw something really interesting from Ethan on Twitter. He's a game designer at Dead by Daylight. He was interacting with someone who was previously a game designer at Warner Bros. And Ubisoft. He kind of posted this question asking what's the most important thing that you look for in a job? And Ethan responded, these days it's the company reputation. Someone offered me a lead design position at a company formed by ex-Naughty Dog and Ubisoft people. I told the recruiter I wouldn't touch those guys with a 10-foot pole. I'm not really sure if there's bad blood there, but Naughty Dog is the company that created The Last of Us. So do you think Ethan would say this if The Last of Us was happening behind the scenes? Probably not. On August 9th this year, DBD Leaks posted a new unknown theme found in the files. I'm gonna link DBD Leaks' video in the description below. When I listened to it, it sounded like it could be like a menu theme that's coming with chapter 25. Like I get a lot of Resident Evil kind of vibes when I listen to the song, and it kind of came out around the time that the PTB was dropped too, so it could have just been Resident Evil content. There are some people speculating that this theme actually sounds a lot like the Pennywise theme, and I can kind of hear the similarities myself, but I just find it hard to believe that they'd have something in the files this early about Pennywise if Pennywise was an upcoming chapter. So that's the reason that Pennywise speculations are starting to circulate around a little bit, and I just wanted to mention that in this video. There's also been rumors of a Michael Myers skin coming into DBD. Not sure if Behavior would time this with the newest addition to the Halloween franchise, which is being released at the end of this year, but there's definitely a lot of money on the table for something like this. Which licenses do you think are most likely to come into DBD? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. That does it for this video. Goodbye.